at the beautiful Louisiana State University, going to be preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ over here at Free Speech Alley. But before we get started with our day of evangelism, I wanted to do another series, another teaching on my series, HelpMeets for Heroes. Wives, you see these beautiful trees here? These are called the live oaks. And I'm going to tell you about the live oaks in a little bit. But let's move closer to this beautiful live oak. And as we do, I've got a question for you. Question being, ladies, what have you done to nurture your hero today? What have you done for your husband today? Now, come a little closer, Sister Myrna. The live oaks are unique to the South. They are an evergreen. This is January, but they still have these rubbery green leaves. And there are 13 to 1,500 of these beautiful trees here at Louisiana State University. A man named Steele Burden started planting them on the campus in 1936. Between 1936 and 1970, he planted them. And these are wonderful trees. They provide shade for the campus. This is very hot weather down here in Louisiana. It's a dusty place, but they lower the dust, lower the heat. They calm people. There's such a beauty, a calmness about these wonderful trees that Steele Burden had the foresight to plant. He thought ahead. He planned not just for his generation, but the next generation and generations to come. These live oaks at Louisiana State are indeed a wonderful legacy. They even slow down the rage drivers. You know, who can be a rage driver or have road rage when you've got to slow down to look at these beautiful trees? One of the trees on this campus is over 200 years old. Think about that. It was here before the Civil War. And this one is probably about 100 years old. But we're going to talk today about nurturing. Now, these are very strong trees. They're the only trees that could survive Hurricane Katrina. I don't think Hurricane Katrina destroyed one of them. They survive floods, hurricanes, and even fire. And even if the trees are burned, the roots usually survive, and inside the limbs survive, and they sprout out. But even though they're strong trees, strong like our heroic men, they still need nurturing. For example, the water has to be able to flow around the roots. They need to be fertilized. The limbs, some of them have to be supported. They're so heavy. And some of the trunks and the limbs have copper wiring or poles in them to prevent them being struck by lightning. Now, in the 90s, LSU had low budgeting, and a lot of these trees weren't taken care of like they should have been. But they started an endowment, and specific people pay money to take care of a tree and make sure that that tree is taken care of, and they get a little plaque. And if you want to take care of a tree out here on the quad, it costs $50,000. But at a not so prime location, you can take care of a tree and maybe get your name of a loved one for $5,000. So, what's this got to do with husbands? Our husbands need to be nurtured. God made Adam first. He put him in a beautiful garden. I'm sure there were live oaks, and even trees were beautiful, and plants and everything. And Adam had to take care of them and took care of the animals. God didn't say that Adam needed someone else to take care of. He didn't need a woman and children to take care of. But he said that Adam needed someone to take care of him. It's not good for man to be alone. I will make a help meet or fit for him. Eve was designed by God to take care of Adam and help him in his wonderful calling to till the garden. And likewise, we wives are made by God to nurture and take care of our beautiful, strong, heroic men, to help them stay strong, help them fulfill their calling in life. Now, men, they need food. Cook your husband a healthy meal. Men, they need a marriage bed activity, we might call it, not to get too blunt here or embarrass anyone, but yes, the men need that. Our heroes need that. They need a kind word, ladies, a word of encouragement. Your men have all kinds of good qualities. Don't pick out the negative quality and nitpick at it. We all have faults. Pick out his good qualities. Encourage him. Nurture him so he can be a mighty oak. A mighty, mighty oak for the kingdom of God. That he can produce a legacy for this generation and the next generation. It's your job, ladies. Nurture that husband of yours.